So 2025 will be the first season in years that will feature more than 5 rookie drivers on the grid. And I genuinely feel like the performance of the rookies from this season could dictate or set a precedent to how often F1 might give an opportunity to the next crop of F1 drivers. So without any further ado, let's get right into the video, guys. Rookies in F1. Rookies in Formula 1. Well, it's a term that genuinely gets me excited because I'm always curious to see whether a young gun could outperform or steal the limelight of a veteran driver by delivering an outstanding drive in a Grand Prix during a season. To my knowledge, Vettel, Hamilton, Verstappen, Leclerc, Sainz, Piastri, Norris, Russell have all earned their spot to stay in Formula 1 by delivering an exceptional season in their rookie year, and now they are rightfully celebrated for their capacity and potential. Having a flood of young rookies always brings a sense of excitement to the grid because it helps keep the grid feel fresh and alive. It also puts pressure on the veterans to perform. Having a rookie enter the sport is ideal to see who deserves to stay and who needs to leave. Now that Vettel and Hamilton have won multiple championships, with one having retired from the sport and the other one being on what could be his final stint in Formula 1, I feel like the new rookies who are Verstappen, Leclerc, Norris, Piastri, Sainz, and Russell have made it clear that the performance standards for a rookie is set really high. That you have no more than 10 races to show what you really built off to get up to speed with the veterans. Over the last 5 years, F1 has seen a lot of young drivers, among which the best have retained their spot in the sport. However, the likes of Mazepin, Latifi, Schumacher, Sargent, and De Vries seem to have left a bad taste in F1 that the team stopped taking new drivers for a year or two. Loss of hope. When a team makes a risky gamble to go with a young driver, they usually put a lot of trust and hope on that driver. When it works, it encourages the rest of the field to take the same gamble. But when it doesn't, and when it leads to continuous failures, it discourages the rest from making the attempt. And that's exactly what seemed to have happened in 2022. F1 seemed to have gotten complacent with the drivers it had on the field. The grid lineup for the 2023 and for the 2024 season felt really saturated because the teams kind of swapped drivers within themselves or picked a driver from retirement. When Sebastian Vettel announced his retirement during the mid-season of 2022, I thought it would really shake up the field, and it did to a fair extent, but as I said before, teams kind of preferred experienced pair of hands over young amateurs, which was really disappointing. It was really disappointing because making it to Formula 1 is not easy. It takes more than just talent, it takes a lot of money and to be at the right place at the right time. It might seem like these drivers are having their best life, but honestly, they had to make a lot of sacrifices to make it to this platform. So ultimately, though I criticize on their race performances in my race reviews, I have nothing but respect and admiration for all 20 of them. But the stand-in performances in 2023 and 2024 from Lawson, Bamman, and Colapinto seem to have changed the fortunes for the young rookies. Light of hope. Lawson stood in for injured Daniel Ricciardo, who hurt his hand during the free practice session of the Dutch Grand Prix. He lasted for a couple of races, which was backed by healthy results, which seemed like the start of F1 rekindling its relationship to trust young rookies. But when Ferrari chose Oliver Behrman to stand in for Carlos Sainz, who just got his appendicitis removed for the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix, it felt like F1 was back to normal. Seriously, I have nothing but praise for both Ferrari and Fred Vasseur for taking the punt on a young rookie like Oliver Behrman, as the decision paired with an outstanding drive from Behrman proved that young rookies are ready and can deliver results on demand. Franco Colapinto's drive for Williams at the latter stages of the 2024 season further helped break the stigma that F1 had on young drivers. That F1 team signed 6 rookie drivers for the 2025 season, which is a huge deal. Significance of 2025. The 2025 season is a significant one, not just for the performance and for the reward at stake for the big team, but also for these rookies. With Behrman, Antonelli, Bortoleto, Doohan, and Hadger set to be the rookies to enter Formula 1 this year, having solid performances from 3 out of these 6 drivers could easily set the precedent for the next crop of young aspiring talents. This is not a pressure, but it's a sense of responsibility. With Behrman, Antonelli, Hadger, and Lawson all set to participate in teams that are expected to score regular points, their qualifying and race performances will be under spotlight this season. So it's critical for them to not just beat each other on track, but it's also important for them to show a development arc across the season, to show that they can consistently improve across the calendar. Mistakes and rookie errors are to be expected, But what I expect from these drivers ultimately is for them to end the season on a high and to show that they can consistently improve across the season and deliver those standout performances on a Grand Prix that favors their fortune. Again, it's not just about beating each other on track, it's also important for them to show the F1 teams that young rookie drivers can be trusted, which will not only open avenues for the next crop of aspiring F1 drivers, but it will also pile pressure on underachieving veterans, which will help F1 refine its grid, once again proving F1's competitiveness. So, yeah, that's my take on F1's 2025 rookies and what I expect from these drivers. And let me know down in the comments on what are your expectations from these drivers. That being said, if you enjoyed watching this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to Forever if you haven't already. And until next time, it's me Vinesh and I'm out. Peace.